Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Molechap here, coming at you with another StarCraft commentary. Very, very excited about this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. On your left, we have Goodfriend. On your right, we have GoRush. Two amazing players, two legends, two absolute titans of the 2005 game. And we're going to get into this series very soon. Now, a couple quick explanations. First of all, well, let's just talk about the elephant in the room first. This is probably going to end up in the title of this video. But if in case you didn't see it or you don't know what's going on, I'm casting from my car. The car cast is back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm casting in my car right now. I am traveling. I'm on a road trip while I'm kind of moving between places, although I don't know exactly where the next place is going to be. And as I'm traveling, I'm doing some camping and stuff, and so I'm in a campground right now. So I'm casting this in my car in a campground. There's 0 other people in this campground, so I could theoretically just sit outside and do this in nature, but I was worried that someone else might pull into the campground later and wonder why this random person was yelling at the computer in another campsite, have to explain it or anything. So anyway, I am casting in my car. Here, I'm actually going to go ahead and turn on my webcam for a second, just to show you my situation. Here I am, sitting in my car, in case you didn't believe me. Yeah, anyway, so, I said it's explanation. So, first of all, in case you weren't aware of this, this is a throwback, because I actually casted a finals in my car back in, like, 2008 or something like that. I think it was 2008. I was in grad school at the time, and my internet at home in my apartment was terrible, and I wanted to do a live cast of the finals, but I couldn't depend on my internet at home, so I actually drove to the university, but I also couldn't go into the building and cast in the building in the middle of the night, because the Korean finals were at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something like that. So I sat in my car, and I used the university Wi-Fi in my car, and I actually had an adapter to plug my computer into the cigarette lighter so that I could cast from my car for the whole finals. And we're back! The car cast is back! And here I am casting again. Alright, this game is going to get underway pretty soon, so I'm going to rush through a couple other explanations here. So, because I'm casting in my car, I'm using the built-in mic on my laptop, which probably sounds terrible. So my apologies for that. I usually have a microphone that's an external mic that's hooked up. The external mic I've been using lately also sucks, but soon I'm going to get some filters installed, hopefully in my recording software, so I can actually use that microphone, have it sound decent, and if not, I'm going to get a new microphone, because I really don't like the sound of it. But anyway, so sorry for the crappy audio. Goodfriend going for 2 barracks, by the way. The other explanation that I must give is that this is game 2 of the series. This is game 2 of the series. I did not download game 1. I'm not sure. I think I couldn't find it because I thought I downloaded all the games of this series. But then when I went to cast it, I discovered I only had games 2 and on. I didn't have game 1. And so sorry about that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find game 1 because I looked for it when I was downloading the games. So either this is going to be a little bit weird because game 1 I will be casting later on and uploading, and then this is going to be a little bit weird, or I may not have found game 1 at all, in which case it's going to have to start this series from game 2. So either way, apologies for that, and also apologies because apparently the VOD is just messed up and glitchy. So anyway, let's get into this game. I'll talk more about this matchup in a bit, though. Hopefully I will have talked about it already in game number 1. But we got 2 barracks play here from Goodfriend, which is his very standard play against Zerg. He's been doing it pretty much every game versus Zerg, but he's been winning with it, so, you know, you can't fault him too much for that. But this is a little bit of a variation. He's going for this quicker factory, and he's definitely going to go for a massive push here off of 1 base. You know, he's got these Marines on the ramp, and I don't think GoRush is going to be expecting this. Now, if you haven't figured it out yet, by the way, I'm going to spoil game 1, but just because it's on the screen, in case you didn't notice, GoRush won the first game of this series. Goodfriend is behind. So if he loses this again, doing kind of a risky strategy, it could be very, very bad for him. Now, it looks like he's actually not going to go. What is going on here? So he's actually not going to use that factory? Or no, he was just moving it slightly. I think he might have accidentally moved it when he made the machine shop. Supply depot going down as well there, which doesn't matter. I don't know why I said that. They always make supply depots. Terrans do that. It's very standard. I just think it was noted. It was an interesting spot where it was right next to the factory, but it won't really affect things. But it looks like we're going to see. I actually am not sure. It could be a tank or two to go with this push. It could be vultures with mines or something like that. But we're going to find out soon enough if we see that machine shop spinning. Now, this is interesting. GoRush is prodding the top, prodding that ramp. He's losing a couple Zerglings in order to get a scout in and find out what's going on. And he's just seeing all these Marines. So he's probably thinking this is normal stuff, right? And by the way, this is map Forte. So you can see on the mini-map, you can kind of see that that GoRush, and actually we'll see on GoRush's view, he's made his second or third hatchery at the choke point, where it's kind of like you can see the Zerglings running through that choke point right now. There's an expansion off to the side that choke point guards both of them basically. So he's able to make colonies at that choke point to try and defend a push. But if there's tanks along with the push and siege mode, then it could be. Yeah, he is making siege mode. So this is really interesting. This is not abnormal actually. Like usually I feel like you see the tanks a little bit later, but this push with the medic marines and the fire bats, pushing out with a kind of a timing with just a few academy level units, and then usually you see the tanks kind of following up after that. But he's going with the tanks initially as well. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I don't know the meta, but I feel like these tanks are a little bit faster than normal. And he's now pushing out with a solid amount of medics, solid amount of marines, a single medic, a couple fire bats as well. And as we've seen in a lot of these early game pushes with Terrans, just 2 fire bats basically negates almost infinite Zerglings. It's just so strong to have a couple fire bats with your army in this situation. And GoRush is going to be put on the major defensive right now. He's gone for the Hydralisk Den before the Spire, and so he's going to be trying to get Lurker Tech. And look at that beautiful. He's got a very nice defense against the counterattack. All he needs is a medic and a fire bat on that ramp basically, and he can defend a lot of counterattacks, so he doesn't have to worry about that too much. And now he's pushing in with these tanks. The siege mode is finished, and so he's going to be able to start shelling these sunken colonies. The Zerglings are trying to squeeze out of the range to try and get out to the outside. He's going to try to get those units, all the units he has, out to the outside of this containment, so that he has them available for a flank later on, so he can try and come in from both directions. He's probably going to try to get Zerglings coming from behind, and then Lurkers coming from the front, and try and do a little sandwich on that attack. No, he's actually run the Zerglings across the map very quickly to try and go for a counterattack, but as expected, Goodfriend is well prepared for that counterattack, and he's going to be able to push that off pretty easily. The Spire finishes. Mutalisks are morphing right now. Is it too late? And there's 9 Mutalisks in play, or sorry, in process. But Mutalisks that are larvae cannot do anything, and Goodfriend might just go in and push and kill him. He's got like 20 seconds left, 15 seconds left before those mutas come out, and the Zerglings and mutas are going to be able to counterattack this location, this containment. Is he going to be able to push in time? This is not a good time for the VOD to be screwing up. There the Mutalisks pop out. The time is up, but he may still have enough anyways, because there is still only, I think, 8 or 9 Mutalisks, and he's pushing in very hard into the natural expansion here. It looks like, is GoRush going for a counterattack? Is he going for a trade? Goodfriend is pushing up the ramp into the main base, where GoRush has built some defenses, but they're going to go down very quickly. A single sunken colony is the only one that's finished morphing. It's not in time. The counterattack comes in here. There's the Zerglings and the Mutalisks coming in for the counterattack. He's going to be able to go straight into the main, and both of them are in each other's mains right now. This is absolute insanity. I think this is going to go to Goodfriend, though. He's already killed the lair, and GoRush is just now starting to harass the workers. This is not a killing blow attack where he's going to kill all of the buildings in moments like Goodfriend has. This is a harassment attack, and he's going to be able to harass and do a lot of damage here. But I think that it's just going to turn into a base trade, and in this trade situation, Goodfriend just has the better better army to actually attack with. You know, this is where if these Meatless were out and GoRush still had sunken colonies and he was defending at his expansion or defending at a choke point, the Meatless will be doing good harassment to buy time, but the time is up. It's already over. And Goodfriend's going to finish off the last sunken colony. He can't even morph the other 2 colonies into sunks because his spawning pool was killed off. So, in the main base. So that's going to do it for game number 1. Game number 2, which is going to tie up the series, ladies and gentlemen. What a matchup. Didn't even have time to talk about the history of these 2 players. So I'm really hoping I'll be able to find game 1 and upload that beforehand, before I upload these. But I may end up, recording game number 1 and just uploading it after these as well, just because of the fact that I may not be able to record it for a while, because I'm traveling. So we'll see how it goes. I want to keep the games uploading. So anyway, that's going to do it for game number 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.